All right. So we're starting a new campaign. Haven't 100% decided what we're going to play yet, but we're probably going to play as a Necrarch, but maybe if I change my mind, we might change this title of the stream and play as something else. But we'll see how we go. Just end the old stream. I'm not sure if I might have just, oh well. Might have just killed the like not transferred anybody over. I think I might have accidentally screwed it up. Oh well, that's all right. It'll be more of an intimate stream. Only the people that desperately want to find the new stream will make it over. Well, most factions hate you because you're obviously undead. No, I don't think so. No, you might get a bit of a stat malice where you don't have quite as many points in charm or whatever, but I don't think that there'll be any like in-game kind of thing. How do we get rid of this pinned comment? Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay, so we're playing as a Necrarch, start a new campaign. Now we want to get the Analord Old Realms manual up for War in the Mountains. I'll pop it up on screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. And we'll just have a little bit of a think about whether we want to be a Necrarch. See what Necrarchs get. So you look up the career perks. Well, you can look up the career first and it'll tell you a little bit about the Necrarch. And then you can look up the specific perks that they get as you go along. Merkbal of the Grey Brotherhood. Yeah, nice. We have to have like a secret cabal of Necrarchs. So, Necrarchs are available for all for factions, vampire counts, and Musion. You get insanely high winds of magic, so you can just be pounding out heaps of spells. Access to all existing laws of magic, except for light, life, high magic, and the big Wa. Easy access to passive dark energy income. Can charge dark energy with winds of magic. Can raise skeletons after each battle. Can maintain a high number of elite units. Oh yeah, and the cool thing about this is how I was talking about before. You can stack. You have 2 different spells that do 50% physical resistance, and you can, if you get somebody else to cast like metal or whatever, you can cast life and have 100% physical resistance. But the Necrarch, because they've got both, they can cast. They can have a celestial physical resist and also a metal physical resist, and they can stack them together, so they can do their own. They can stack their own, you know, 100% shields. Same, you can do the same thing if you're a Grey Lord Wizard. You can stack light and life, or metal and light and light. You can stack whatever you want, you know. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty cool. They raise skeletons after each battle. They can maintain a high number of units. They can pass through cursed places without suffering attrition. Provides benefits for other magical companions. Okay, nice. So if we want to have a full posse of vampire wizards, then that would be, this is like the best one for making them into a, so this is like the Empire Magister but for vampires. It's pretty good. I begin the game as a vassal of the Necrarchs. I wonder if we can like cancel that. Low armor, low melee capabilities, doesn't buff wraith units. Can't use vampire jump. Okay, so most vampires can jump really high. Doesn't benefit from face statistic. Penalties. Fuck. Sometimes I can. Fuck. Ooh. Anyway, start with necromancy with enough dark energy. Once we get 2000, we can learn an additional law. Once you reach rank 2, you can access 2 more laws. When you reach rank 3, you can get all laws except for the big Wa. Nice. Yeah, just whenever I cough or burp or bend over or twist around too much or whatever, yeah, my rib pops out, or it tries to. Yeah. Anyway, exchange dark energy. Oh yeah, career button lets you exchange dark energy for winds of magic. With the help of a companion caster, dark energy can be turned into winds of magic for you and your companion. It would act as emergency winds depot. Yeah, nice. So we have this like massive amounts of dark energy. We can just recharge the magic of all of our guys and just go around blasting everything. Sounds pretty hot. Wait up, career button, career ability. Oh, the career button's on the campaign map. Yeah, I'll go get the x-ray, but the doctor reckons it won't show anything anyway because it doesn't. The x-rays only show bone stuff, so if it's cartilage, torn cartilage or something, it won't show it. So yeah, but maybe I'll just go and get it anyway and just, yeah, at least then I know that it's pointless. Try to maintain a low weight for maximum rings of magic regen and keep distance from the front lines. Prioritize archers over everything. Yeah, good call. Okay, so that's telling us roughly about the career. Now we go and look at the actual perks and see what's going on. Did I pass it already? I think I passed it already. Get too excited with my Necrarch. Okay, so we siphon winds into a blast of agony. When used, it holds a ball of condensed darkness, exploding, dealing 80 magic damage. For every level of spellcraft, increases its radius by 0.1. It's charged by dealing spell damage. Okay, minus 50% weight of lesser undead troops, so you can have double the amount of lesser undead troops. Skeletons lower than tier 4. 10% reduced winds of magic cost for spells. 7 dark energy free daily. 2 personal winds of magic capacity per equipped enchant. Okay, so if we have 5 units of armor plus 2 weapons, then we have 14 extra winds of magic. That's kind of not much once we get up to really high winds, but whatever. Blast of Agony scales with roguery. Lesser undead troops charge Blast of Agony. Spotting range, spell damage, spell resistance, 20 winds of magic if you got less than 11 armor, 15% personal winds of magic restored per foe hit with Blast of Agony. Okay, so Blast of Agony can regenerate our winds of magic. Plus 10 winds of magic, dealing damage now gives roguery XP. Plus 1 personal winds of magic capacity per known spell. That's pretty cool. We'll be able to get a lot of winds of magic from that. Blast of Agony summons a wraith and its cooldown is reduced by 25%. Plus 20% duration for augments. Okay, that's cool because if we want to put double shields on ourselves, that means it'll last longer. Pretty nice. 15% extra spell power if weight doesn't exceed 11. Lightning, Blast of Agony is now seeking targets. Spectral troops are immune to spell damage. Spectral troops are immune to spell damage. Okay. That's cool. So if we have a whole army of spectral troops, we can just cast spells onto our own dudes and it won't hurt them. Blast of Agony charges passively. Oh yeah, Blast of Agony charges passively. That means you get infinite winds of magic essentially because you can just wait longer and it'll come back. 20% chance that I'll be wounded instead of killed. Plus 15 winds of magic capacity for necromancer companions. Yeah, I don't want necromancers, I want vampires. Plus 0.1% personal winds of magic recharge per companion that uses spells. Okay, cool. We can do that. We can get lots of spells. Blast of Agony also scales with medicine. Starts charge. Can be charged by companions. Yeah, nice. It looks like we're just going to have infinite magic and we're just going to wreck everything with magic, basically. I'm kind of thinking 0.1 magic recharge per companion. I'm kind of thinking we just don't worry about the armor thing and we just wear heavy armor. Because... where is it? Where's the things? Under... yeah. 20 personal winds of magic. Okay, so at first we'll use that 20 winds of magic, but later on we'll have heaps of winds of magic, so we won't give a shit about that. So we won't worry about that. We'll still wear that armor. 15% spell power if your armor doesn't exceed 11. I guess that's pretty good. But yeah, I think we can just wear... I think we could just ignore that and just wear heavy armor if we wanted to. See how we go. Alright, yeah, unfortunately we don't know what we look like as a vampire. But, see, I don't know, should we not even worry about our appearance because we're gonna look all fucked up anyway. We might just change our appearance after we get into the game because it's pretty hard to imagine what you're gonna look like when you go back and try to convert this human face into that vampire face, but yeah. Is there only one look? I assume if I make my head bigger or whatever, then my vampire head will be bigger, you know what I mean? We're gonna make my dude the buffest vampire that he can be. They're supposed to look messed up, yeah. I'm gonna be the most Chad one that I can be though, just like a massive jaw. Space Marine jaw vampire. Try to make his face as fat as possible. And we'll see how he turns out. Oh, nice. Give him some horrible scarring as usual. Nice. So I've got a beard. Yeah, I think I need to trim the sides of my beard because I got quite a wide jaw. And I think when I have whiskers out the sides, it makes it look like extra wide. Yeah, did everyone who was in the other stream automatically come across to the stream, or did you guys have to just find your way? I wasn't sure if I screwed it up or not. Alright, so we want what was it was medicine, so it's spellcraft, medicine, and roguery are our career skills. You got autoed? Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I'm glad. I wasn't sure if I stuffed it up or not. So orphan gives us cunning, so that's good for roguery if we want to go roguery. Fisherfolk gives us endurance, which I always like endurance. Grave robbers control, no, we don't want that. Social, we don't want that. Big L, we don't want that. So it's out of it's out of Fisherfolk or endurance. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go endurance. I'm gonna go 0 cunning but 5 roguery, so we can do the best we can without putting any points into it, essentially. So we got any rake, social? No. No. Peat farmer, endurance, that's alright. Intelligence. So intelligence is good for medicine. Noble is social. No, I'm not going to do that. So it's either intelligence or endurance. I think I kind of want to go for like endurance, discipline, like usual. I was thinking about trying to go for like 11 discipline this time. Yeah, I'm just going to go endurance and discipline, I think. He looks the same. He does look the same. It doesn't matter what you do, he just always looks the same. Still got my 4 endurance though. He looks pretty cool. His chin looks pretty far forward. Maybe it did partially work. Yeah, I'm just going to be like the best mage. I'm going to have like 11 discipline and 5 magic. So we're just like the absolute strongest wizard that you can be. We need to get gunpowder up to 100 though to achieve that. Alright, what's a good vamp? What's a Necrarch It's a Necrarch ability. I'll probably try and put some points in endurance, but only after I've maxed out. Only after we achieve 11 discipline, so we can do the absolute strongest magic we can be. That looks like a Strigoi type thing. What's Necrarch? What's this? A fugly Necrarch magic looking thing? Oh, sorry. Thanks, guys. What's a good, oh, you got to take all your armor off, Anthony. You got every piece of armor that you have on, all the weight of your armor reduces your regen. Sorry, so just get rid of all that armor and just wear like loose clothes or whatever, and then later on you can put on a little bit of armor and stuff. Well, you saw the armor that I was wearing. You know, wear like a light helmet that maybe he's only got like, you know, 2 or 3 wins and, you know, what. At first just go in rags because you're gonna need every bit of magic you can get. But once your magic gets high enough, then you can start wearing a little bit of armor. And eventually you'll be high enough. When you get super high, you'll be able to just wear full armor and still be able to be good. I don't know. Did you get it? Get that, Anthony? Cable of Skulls? Yeah, which one's that one? Maybe this one? That looks like we've got some sort of ritual thing going on. Skeleton Snake. Oh yeah, the Eternity Snake I think is pretty cool. Serpent's Cabal, the dragon. No, not the dragon. What's a dragony, vampire-y word for a serpent? Oberus. Crown of Silent Graves. The Serpent Crown. The Cabal of Worms. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Worm something. The worm crown. What about the worm crown? We serve the worm crown. We serve he who hides in the darkness, he who wears the worm crown. The worm coven. And we're of the worm crown. What was my vampire name? Necrarch. The Wormrot Legion. Necrarch. Bone Worm Order. Bone Worm's pretty good too. But I feel like it's Merkbal. Yeah, Merkbal's pretty good. The Worms of Decay. Mervyn. I reckon my guy looks fit. He's lean. He doesn't have like unwanted fat like all you flabby bodied, full bodied persons. Look at his chin. Alright, we are now the devoted of Nagash. It looks pretty cool. Whoa. I feel like he should have some pants on or something. That's better. I like how they added the belt to the Necrarch clothes. It used to be kind of just the top was all crap before. Now it looks good. Nice dick. Oh dear. All right. Can we? Where's his weight? Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that body. Yeah, let's be the tankiest Necrarch that's ever lived, and big as well. We're like a giant tank Necrarch. They'll learn to fear me. It's his side. It's coming out of his chest. How's that his dick? Make no sense. Alright. His face is, I think he's handsome, really. Where are we? Face depth. It needs a bit more face depth. Maximum face depth, I think. And then chin forward. I think we need to reduce that chin forward a tiny bit. Yeah, I think he's starting to look pretty handsome now. Mouse width. Yeah. His eyes, I feel like his eyes need to be a bit more, he's pretty good. I think what we're gonna have to do is put a helmet over this face. It's a face that needs a helmet over it, I think, is where we're at, really. Eye color is the same regardless. Alright. We've perfected our looks. We're beautiful. So I'm already a vassal, apparently. So we go to the kingdom. Yeah, so we're already a vassal of Zacharias the Ever-Living. I feel like we should just immediately leave. Like, why do we want to be a vassal? We've got Magic Bolt, we're good. And we've got Raised Dead. Alright, cool. Not bad. Now we've got to save up 2,000 Dark Energy to be able to learn more spells. I don't think we can be a hired sword, but... Put magic up.
Yours is not a face I...
Yeah, no, we can't be a hired sword, so we have to basically leave the faction in order to become a hired sword. We're still, I imagine we're still playing tier 0. Yeah, we're still playing tier 0, so... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we should just immediately leave. There's no real advantage in being... Yeah. I'm not sure why we're starting off as a... Oh. They kind of hate our guts now. Oh well. Screw you guys. I'm gonna go join the, Sylvania instead. They're the more Chadliest vampires. He's the Necrarch that always wanted to be a Von Carstein. We're going to be a Necrarch, but we're going to play him as like a Crypt Horror. Play him as a Strigoi Crypt Horror Lord. Yeah, those nerds. My guy was born into the body of a skinny nerd, but he identifies as a massive Chad. He knew Vashanesh when he was but a mortal Lamian man. He comes to aid his sireling, Manfred. Indeed. This is pretty good. So this is going to be like a... This is obviously going to be like one of those just overpowered magic campaigns. But yeah, it should be fun. We're doing like a kind of like a melee wizard campaign on the other one, so yeah. It'd be good if we get a horse. Let's see if we can get a horse. Oh yeah, Midlands Palfrey. We can't ride it though. We can get a workhorse. And we'll get a Midlands Palfrey to, you know, pack. This saddle. Alright, how's our sickle? Yeah, it looks like a bit of shit sickle. Bro, where's some clothes? There we go. This stuff's better armor than what we're wearing, what we normally wear. Body armor 10. Wow, this Necrarch thing actually gives you 10 body armor. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good for like Berserker playthroughs. Where's the Necrarch, fine Necrarch robe? Is that the same? Oh, it's the same, yeah. The old Necrarch robe didn't have the belt and it looked really crap. The new Necrarch robe looks sweet. Yeah, this would be good for like barbarian, bare naked barbarians as well. Be cool. Alright, well, like a bow and arrow would be pretty good if we could afford that. Step arrow is 961, that's pretty expensive. How much is these clothes worth? Yeah, we can't afford that. Oh, there's a free saddle horse. You can ride that. The workhorse can go back. And we can use this harness as well. 623. Alright, now we're cooking with gas. Greetings from Turkey, greetings from Australia. Welcome. Same lower body as a Barbie. Yeah, it's alright. We don't care about sex and stuff anymore. We only care about drinking blood, etc. 970. This Necrarch robe is actually pretty worth a fair bit of gold, so we'll dump that. There we go. We'll wear these clothes. Yeah, see, my guy's not skinny. He's got this big puffy jacket to wear. It's fine. Drink some beer. I'll live on beer alone. Don't need that piece of shit, whatever that is. Alright, let's go murk some dudes. Drink their blood. Do they still have those cultists up in the north? Let's go check that out. Yeah, we're gonna hang around here. Just got ganked by Thrug and an army of 400 trolls. Yeah, that was probably a bit outmatched there. Bit of a poor matchup for you. Oh, here we go, cultists. That's what we're looking for. Theoretically, we should be able to kill any number of cultists, as long as no deserters come into the match.
Another fool.
Just sold your Necrarch long and sturdy chest hair. That's true. Look at my burrow skills. Look how fine that crosshair is. I could hit the hair off a gnat's fart or something. Alright, we need to get them out in the open a bit more, somewhere where I can... Oh, shit! My guys hasn't mastered these Chadley skills of like riding a horse yet. He's a mortuary priest? But how does that account for his Chadley thugness? Oh shit, I missed. God damn it. At the very least, we'll get enough riding to ride the Midlands Palfrey, so we won't be. Need to aim a bit better this time. There we go. Get some magic. Oh yeah, Anthony, did you hear what I said before? You just got to take your armor off, bro. Then you'll be able to get your magic back. Very slowly. It goes up pretty fast because like you just do a few battles like what I'm doing right now, and well, the more magic you've got, the more magic you can spend, the faster you got, you know. So it kind of it goes up sort of exponentially. No, not exponentially, you know, whatever. It speeds up because you get more. Once you got like 20 or 30 winds of magic, then you can cast like heaps more spells, so you'll get more XP. Like Clan Lame should be Lord of the Worms, but when it talks about the characters, they'll be of the whatever, you know, of the. So mine's of the Worm Crown. It's the worm. How do I say worm? Is it like worm? I thought you still just said worm, even though you just imagined that you mean dragon in your head. What spellcraft level are you aiming for with melee focus? Saying 1 or 200? You need 100. Yeah. You just need 100, yeah. And then you just don't worry about it after that. Just let it go up. So put 5 focus points into it, but you don't need to put any stat points into it. But I would probably... Well, it depends if you want, yeah. I mean, yeah, just put 5 focus points into it. Don't worry about the stat points, basically. That's already enough to get you over 200 anyway, eventually. Shit. Oh yeah, did I charge up my Doom Bolt? My Doom Bolt might be charged up. Let's see if we can do that. Oh yeah, here we go. Blam. I think we've asserted our magical dominance. You do say worm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, worm. But I was saying worm with the Y. So we get 31 dark energy if we don't take these guys, but if we do, we only get 27. So it's like, yeah. But also you get more renown for fighting without any troops. Since we've got mad magical skills, we don't need to worry about any of that troop nonsense. We should be able to ride our Midlands Palfrey now. Boom. Now we've got a pack horse. We've got more carrying capacity. Oh, what? Oh, wow. So saddle horses are now riding horses. Crazy. I thought saddle horses were basically pack horses. So they changed saddle horses to just be really crap riding horses. They're not pack horses anymore. That's cool. Alright, we're going up a level, get our spellcraft maxed out. We need to get some gun skill, blacksmithing obviously. And we need roguery and medicine as well. I'm hoping when we go as a hired sword, we'll be able to get some, we'll be able to learn medicine, because otherwise it's going to be hard to level up because, oh, actually no, it might not be hard to level up. It just doesn't really do anything unless you have human troops, I guess. Yeah, no, we're going to be like a gun, we're going to be a gun vampire. Somebody was asking like what the highest level guns you can get from the shop are. Well, we're going to find out. Merkbal the gangster Necrarch thug. Would you like to play some old Turkish war music while playing Bannerlord? I was just curious about your reaction. Can I send the link? I don't know. I probably won't. What was I going to say? Because I might get copyright claimed. So yeah, I might skip the Turkish war music today. Sounds cool though. I mean, you can send the link, but I probably won't do it on stream. But if you just want to go and you can't do it on Twitch, but if you go into Discord, onto my Discord and do it on there. But yeah, if you can't find your way to my Discord, then yeah, probably just don't worry about it because it's not worth fucking around. It's not we're not doing a Turkish war theme today, so probably not critical. Alright, now we're going to try and kill these fuckers without dying. But it's probably going to be pretty hard. So we need them to shoot their arrows. There it is. And then we need to quickly get a spell in. Try not to get shot by arrows. Yeah, we've got to try and take out the archers is the key thing. Not the other guys. Alright, they're out of the way now. If we come around this side, hopefully we can get... Oh, Jesus! There's a lot of arrows. Okay, good. If we can actually kill... If I can kill those archers, then we might actually win this. But if we can't kill the archers, then we're basically fucked. Oh, fuck. Alright, this is not looking good. Oh no, we're going to slow down in the water. Let me out. We've So we've damaged a bunch of them. It takes 3 shots with magic bolt to kill them. So a lot of them are damaged. So if we can get 1 more bolt into them, then we should see some casualties. Beautiful. Well, we got 1 down. Okay, that's not very many guys. I've only got 1 more spell left. We might be able to get some Doom Bolt happening though. Did my Doom Bolt charge up? Oh, I didn't charge up. Only 75%. We need to hit more. We need to hit more guys. I can get that archer to or maybe if I just keep riding around until he uses up all his ammo. Oh, no, he's probably got like heaps of ammo. Yeah, I think we're gonna die. Basically the gist of it. It's a shame because those archers are probably all wounded. Probably only take a couple of arrows each. Take them out. Damn. My Necrarch's slave. He's like a weird grey monkey that these bandits keep in a cage and make him caper and dance. I will get my revenge. 90% reduced damage to yourself. 30% less damage to your part. Yeah, I guess we'll go for that one. Oh, actually, we'll just go for this one for now. I might respec into the other one later. Okay, now we can get some career points up. Plus 10 personal wins of magic. See, if you're actually a spellcaster, you get all these like things that make you heaps more. Give you heaps more stuff. Dealing damage with spells gives you roguery XP. So we'll do that, and that way we'll be leveling up faster. Right, there should be a cultist place around here somewhere, I think. So I think cultists spawn around here, and also the cultist camp spawns around here somewhere. But it may not have spawned yet because the campaign just started. But at some point it'll spawn, and then there'll be just like heaps of cultists around here. Defile the shrine. Huzzah! Alright, we defiled it. We got like 568 with dark magic. Now I just gotta wait for somebody to come along and clean it. Clean all the, you know, feces and blood hexagrams off the walls and stuff. And then we'll come back and defile it again. Only if we get 2,000 dark magic, we can learn another law of magic. So if we get, there's no cultists here. I think there's some cultists in the Eastern Empire, in the kind of Middle Eastern Empire as well. Cultists, the reason why cultists are good is because they don't have any archers. You saw how much we don't like archers in that previous battle. We're trying to... Wait, where the fuck? All turned around. I'm going to get down to here. Mittlenberg. Yeah, I reckon there's some cultists around this area. Oh, and there's some around near Avaland or... Oh, shit. Anyway, just watch out for these beastmen. They got a lot of archers. Yes, I think there's some around like Avaland or Sterling as well. Mountain Blade, indeed. Oh, goblins. Goblins don't have any ranged. Alright, yeah, I think if we get them to blow up more and we hit more dudes with our, I think it's based on damage done, not like spells cast, so if we do some more damage, then life will be good. Yeah, that's good. I'll ride around them in a circle, try and get them to like kind of bunch off. Pretty good. Hit 20 targets. Yeah, did 824 damage. Nice. What we're looking for. Did that just charge it in one shot? Yeah, they charged it in one shot. Glorious. I don't know if we don't get spell. Do we get spellcraft for casting the thing though? Did we actually get spellcraft for casting the big boom? I think so. I think we get spellcraft from doing Doombolt as well. Magic gun vampire, exactly. Just the classic magic gun vampire that we should all aspire to be. Yeah, I reckon there's some cultists around here or around here maybe. Well. And yeah, goers, as we saw, goers make good target practice. I reckon we'll be able to like solo beast, maybe not beast mode. We'll probably be able to solo like chaos, 80-man chaos parties fairly fast. Just just archers we need to worry about, but we'll be able to put up 100% physical resist shields, so we'll be able to block archer arrows once we get a bit more magic rolling. Oh, there we go.
Another fool!
Get him nice in a nice little ball. And then, yeah, I don't know. What do we reckon? Should we go Wind Blast? Go Celestial first for Wind Blast. Yeah, I think we'll go Celestial first for Wind Blast. That'd be the better option. Thanks for Total War, Warhammer and Bannerlord tips. Best part of my day is coming home and playing Bannerlord 2 while watching a stream after a long day at work. Greetings from Brazil. Thanks, Adriel. Man, you know, often the best part of my day is coming in and streaming and hanging out with you guys. Although lately I've been having good days. I've been having really nice days hanging out with my family, and then when they go to bed, then I come and start my stream and have another good day with hanging out with you guys as well. So it's been double good days. I reckon we're good for a Doombolt now. So 64-14. Oh no! So we don't get any craft from the Doombolt. Okay, so we basically don't want to use the Doombolt unless we need to. Although later on the Doombolt, if there's enough enemies, the Doombolt will give us Winds of Magic back, so we can use it to keep going. Yeah, we're actually having, we're having a lot of fun the last couple of days with the Warhammer and the Battle Lord. I'm kind of glad. I mean, Necrarch is one I've literally never played before because I just am not interested in the character at all. But I'm glad that you guys kind of got me to try something new today. Because I'm sure it'll be fun and refreshing. And I'm kind of getting into the idea of our like thug warrior Necrarch. He's gonna break the mold and prove all the doubters wrong. He's gonna be the Necrarch that's not a nerd. The Chad Necrarch, the Chad Jock Necrarch. But he's still like a weakling compared to other warriors. He's just tough for a Necrarch, but not for a normal person. Is that? I thought I saw some. Oh, here we go. Bully Croc. So I'm helping the. Yeah, whenever you see villagers fighting or whatever, if you help them out, you get charm XP. So it's kind of like a little bit of free extra character XP to help you level up. Even though my Necrarch obviously doesn't give a crap whether the villagers live or die. He loves power. And that's what XP is. It's power. Yeah, these spells are easy to miss with sometimes. Already up to 70 wins of magic. We haven't done any training yet. Actioned. We need a good helmet. What's a good helmet that's going to, you know, accentuate our vibe? Yeah, so I'm going to go as much discipline as we can. I'm going to go 10 discipline and then try and get the gut +1 discipline from gunpowder and try and hit 11. It should be fun. Hey, Wildsmith, how you going, buddy? Magic is for losers that can't do squats or deadlifts. What have you become in my absence? Training is for nerds. Exactly. My guy's not a nerd. He's a Chad. He's a Chad the Chad Jock wizard. Necrarch can't train magic as a hired sword. This way is pain. Well, I'm already up to 70 from just like a few battles. But yeah, we can train as a hired sword. Yeah. For sure. But yeah, training as a mercenary, training up is really painful because you can't train it and you also have crap all wins and you don't have any perks that give you any bonuses or anything. But yeah, no, this guy's got yeah, it's pretty easy to level up magic and fighting. But we can also join up. I will join up, probably will join up and check out what skills we get. Because we can probably power level roguery and medicine as well. And just get some more character XP levels real quick. I find it is kind of good at the start just to fight a little bit because you tend to get You just tend to get a variety of skills like riding, athletics, you know what I mean? You just get a few random skills, tactics, leadership. You kind of level up a fair bit from just the first couple of little battles. Let's check out the Nulnery. Let's see if we can get a gun. Curious, does mod support multiplayer or not? No, there's no multiplayer in Bannerlord. None of the mods support multiplayer. Imagine you've talked about it until you're bored, but which are you most excited about, Medieval 3 or 40k? Yeah, I mean, I'm most excited about 40k because 40k is coming out soon, and Medieval 3 is not for ages away. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly when 40k is coming out, but I imagine it'll be sometime in the next year or so. Maybe 2 years, whereas Medieval 3 is probably like 3, 4, 5 years away. You know, it's probably a few years away, I would imagine. I don't know for sure though, but yeah. But yeah, I'm more excited about 40k because of its proximity. But in terms of which one I'm more excited for overall, I don't know, really excited about both. Like 40k, you know, I don't know, 40k is, you know, 40k, but Medieval 3 is just, you know, like hopefully that really good historical that we've been wishing and hoping for ages, and that's going to give us that feeling that we got from Medieval 2 that we haven't been able to get from any other game since then. And you know, so I don't know, really both, like, yeah, it's a great choice to have. It's the choice between Medieval 3 and 40k Total War is a choice between the two best things in the world, basically, is my kind of take on it, you know. There, it's better than it's better than crushing your foes and hearing the lamentation of their women. Alright, let's smelt. Let's get smelting. What's the Asarani? Is that the name for Eldar? Craftworld Eldar, yeah. Oh, where's my perk? Oh, 1 point off. What the fuck? Alright. Fine. Here we go. I watched a video today on 40k's stupid naming. Oh, really? Is there any, Oh, here's Johnny. Is that Here's Johnny? No, it's not Here's Johnny. It's different Here's Johnny. Right. Sorry, I thought that was Here's Johnny. I thought that was our Here's Johnny. But he's called Massive Space on Twitch, not Here's Johnny. Tolkien Estate owns Eldar. Really? Is that just what you assume, or had you actually heard that? Oh, that's what they said in the video. Eldar seems like a generic term to me, like kind of like, I don't know what, like, but yeah. Alright, so just make these wood recipes because they don't use any, don't use any ingots. Token Estate actually owns Eldar. Oh wow, that sucks. I feel like the Token Estate should sell the rights to Eldar to 40k to Games Workshop, because I think it's too important culturally that we not have to call the Eldar by stupid names, and the Token Estate should realize it's for the benefit of all mankind that they let the 40k universe use the Eldar. No, like the Tolkien Estate should still retain the rights, but they should give Games Workshop a special like permission to use it or whatever in a limited you know, capacity or whatever. So Games Workshop don't own the rights; they can't sue anybody, but they can use it without being sued. Oh, the GW changed it because they want to sue people. Yeah, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I get. Have you ever watched any of those videos about how piracy, like how video piracy is actually like the morally correct thing to do kind of thing? I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit, I don't know. I'm still not sure whether like I just want it to be true and so I believe it, you know, but like I feel like like whenever I watch one of those videos, I'm definitely convinced it is the right thing to do. But then when I try to explain it afterwards to somebody else, I'm like, this feels like just a really like weak argument so that I should be allowed to pirate shit. But I don't know, I guess basically the gist of it is there's all these corporations that own rights to different stuff, and they, instead of like making them available in a fair and kind of, you know, you pay a fair amount and you get access to the content, they want to make it all in exclusive deals. We have to be on like Amazon to watch this thing, and they sell a different part of the IP to someone else, so you gotta be on looking Twitch, you know, Netflix to watch some other shit, you know, and basically, you know, so a lot of times like the only way to find all the stuff that you want is just to like, you know, look up torrents for it and stuff, and I guess that's kind of like the basic part of it, I guess. But I know, I guess the other part of it is like people trying to like do exclusive, like trying to make it so something's rare and you can't get it from anywhere else, so you have to pay a premium price instead of paying a reasonable amount. Like if it was like $2 to download a film or something, like an old film or something, and then you could own it, you know, and watch it whenever you wanted. Like most people would think, yeah, that's fair enough. And considering the amount of cost, you know, involved, like I feel like that is how much they should charge, you know, or something like that. But instead they'll try to like, you know, make it like $30 to fucking buy like a new movie that comes out or whatever. And like, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, I kind of get that idea of like, in order to keep all this wealth of art and culture that we have in our society, like you have to fucking steal it basically, because otherwise it's going to be all like chopped up and hidden in all different places behind paywalls and shit, and like everyone's just going to become like way more, you know, I guess artistically illiterate basically, of not getting to experience, and instead all you get to experience is like trashy fucking reality TV shows and shit that are on like cheap Netflix and Amazon or whatever, you know. And like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I forget where I was going with that. I mean, you can also pay for it. Yeah, but I'm saying you have to pay way more than it's actually worth. Plus, you have to subscribe to like 20 different fucking things. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like the way it used to be is like, it would, you know, they would do like one studio would own all of the stuff, but now those studios getting bought out by like the big old school movie studios getting bought out by streaming services, and then they're like chopping up their libraries and selling them to different groups to have exclusive fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, and yeah, and like there's that, yeah, and there's that whole like there's the whole monopoly thing, but at the moment, that's the thing. It's weird. It's super weird because it's not a monopoly, right? Because there's different streaming services, but the way that they sell the content is that they chop it up and have it exclusive on each one. So, you know, if you want to watch, I don't know, some old, what's that? Oh, I can't think of it all. If you want to like watch Johnny Mnemonic, you know, the classic kind of B grade sci-fi from the 80s that's based on William Gibson's novels, which isn't not, I mean, it's not the greatest movie, but it's kind of pretty cool, and it's kind of really specific and interesting, and from a sci-fi historical point of view, it's kind of culturally significant and shit. Like, to me, I think it's sort of an important movie, even though I wouldn't say it's like super good movie, whatever. My point is, you have to like fucking subscribe to some specific thing to get to be able to see that, you know, and you might not even know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, like, I don't know, I just feel like in the future when everyone's fucking poor and you know, billionaires own everything and shit, only rich people will be able to like watch movies and stuff, you know. You'll only be able to watch like the shitty reality TV shows that are available on your, you know, $50 a month account. You have to buy the $1,000 account if you want to have access to that shit. So I guess that was like, when I was younger, that was my mentality. It's like, why should poor people not be able to like watch movies and stuff, you know? And like, and all of the artists and stuff that like strived and wrote these stories and worked on these things and everything, sure, they wanted to be rich and famous and shit, but they also didn't want like nobody to ever be able to watch their shit because nobody can afford it, you know? And I don't know. Yeah, anyway. Not sure where I was, not sure how I got into that, but yeah. Yeah, there's always going to be some people that can afford it, but there's going to be a growing number of people that can't afford it, you know? Like, a lot of people don't subscribe to all of the different streaming services, you know? They maybe subscribe to one, and then they maybe cancel that one, and then maybe they'll subscribe to one other one or something like that. Like, I don't, like, everybody I talk to in my kind of socio-economic level, you know what I mean? They don't just subscribe to like 17 different fucking things so they can watch whatever the fuck they want. They're like, they try to budget, maybe like have one or two, and maybe they cancel one, and, you know, like, I don't know. Yeah. First world problems, I guess. Old rifle. Here we go. Wait up. I don't have any money. Okay, this didn't work. We need to make some money first. We got to unlock the money rake. But yeah, it's not. It's also. It's like. It's not even about. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's sort of a combination of like trying to scrounge every bit of cash out of everything, and also the thing of selling them. Like if they just didn't do exclusive contracts, you know what I mean? Like if they sold the IPs, but they sold them to all of the different streaming services, and they weren't exclusive, then the streaming services would just have to provide a good service rather than try to fucking have this monopoly over different IPs and shit. So it's weird. It's not really a monopoly because they're competing against each other, but each one's got a monopoly on its own content, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a weird system that's just fucks the consumer. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. Yeah. I'm not saying artists should get screwed out of their. Obviously, I don't want artists to get screwed out of their livelihood either. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'm not sure what set me off onto that, but I think it very much with Games Workshop, it felt that it was the same. I don't know if I explained it really properly, but it was kind of like the same concept. Like I felt the same way about what happened with Games Workshop. It's like there's all these people creating art about 40k, about Warhammer Fantasy because they fucking love it, you know, and it's part of this kind of whole culture and society or subculture that's, you know, kind of existed for the last 30 years or whatever, and you know, and then Games Workshop like just got pissed off because they weren't making any money out of it, and so then they just like fucked it all up basically and just destroyed all those channels, hired some of the guys to be doing in-house stuff, and it's like, do you know what I mean? Like there was this art kind of made by the people for the people kind of thing, and they're like, no, fuck that, we're gonna own that shit. And it's like, I don't know, it's just, yeah, I don't know, it's like it's, yeah, I mean, I guess they're within their legal rights, but it just doesn't feel like that's how the world should be, I guess. I don't know, maybe that's a bit naive or something. So I'm trying to buy a gun, and I'm trying to save up 2,100 gold, but my guy's too povo to afford a gun. Doing our best here. I think I am actually making a profit on these rakes now. Sort of ish. Actually, here we go. We'll unlock it pretty fast doing bill hooks. We know we can get our gun. Go and learn some, go and shoot some stuff. I didn't actually need to put any points in gunpowder because we're going to have such high discipline that we'll be able to get it up with no points in gunpowder, but it's alright, we already did it now, so. We can play a short rifle and play a handgun. We can get pretty decent guns. Musket bullets, here we go. I need a hat or a face mask or something. Jesus, this guy's face is disturbing. It's like the Predator's face. Oh, he's got that like mouth parts that open up and stuff. Where's like a face mask we can put on? We need to get one of those Chilean death masks. Right, wizard helmet? Oh yeah, it's my crown of sorcery. Flagellant helmet. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I don't know. We'll keep an eye out for more. Yes. Is that with Tolkien and Eldar a while back? Yeah. But like, I don't know, I guess like, yeah, if Games Workshop didn't sue people for no reason, and they just like, if they thought that somebody was like damaging their IP or whatever, I don't know, maybe that's why they did it partially, because they thought they were getting their damage, because there was a lot of like comedy stuff, and maybe they thought that it was damaging the IP or something, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I was gonna use the rest of my... Hey, Annie, how you going, buddy? We're just trying out the Necrarch. There is one massive illegal issue. Messi essentially have to sue people who encroach on your IP, because if someone ever does copy it, you have to prove a previous will to defend the IP. Yeah, yeah, and maybe that's all it is. Maybe it's completely innocent. They're just doing the bare minimum that they need to be able to ensure that they have control over the IP. But it doesn't feel like that. It felt like it was specifically targeted to nuke all of their competition so that they could launch Warhammer TV. Because that's exactly when it happened, you know? Like, you know, they could have just like occasionally sued one or two people if they didn't like what they were doing or something. But they just systematically just nuked every animation channel when they were, when they brought out Warhammer TV. So, you know what I mean? I feel like they could have just like sued the occasional person if they didn't like what they were doing, but keep the general culture of, yeah, this is an IP that is shared by the community. We love it. We create it, but it's for you, the people, and you know. But yeah, that's not how they roll, I guess. Get rid of these bow and arrow. Don't need that nonsense anymore. I know we got a bit of wood. We're fine now. Did I already rest or? I already rested, so we may as well make some more, I guess. I believe how awake I am. I had like no sleep last night, or very little sleep yesterday. Alright, cool. I've got my gun. Got my got 3,930 gold burning a hole in my pocket. Let's get out here and get our gun vampire adventures underway. Yeah, I'm going to be a bunch of jaunty vampire gun bandits wearing Chilean skull mask helmets. It's going to be fabulous. I need to find some cultists to shoot. Maybe we'll head back to the vampire land so we can train up our magic. Keep an eye out for some cultists in the way. Huzzah. Okay, Lichtenberg. So we're looking for a vampire lord that we can serve. Here we go. Let's go out there.
Yours is not a face I know.
Technically not a vampire, but it'll do. Alright, which spellcraft, roguery, medicine, engineering, steward. Alright, cool. Well, we kind of want all of those things. We'll go spellcraft first. And then, yeah, and then we'll put some more points in medicine and some more points in roguery, and you can level them up a bit as well. Yeah, I'll get my gun up, get the 3 point in spellcraft, and then we'll unspec out of gun, get up to 10 spellcraft, and then spec back into it again, so we get 11 spellcraft. That's the plan. My theory is Games Workshop make all their money from paint, and everything else is just stuff to protect their secret. Could be. Where's my gun? Games Workshop make all their money off artificial scarcity and fear of missing out. Yeah. Sounds about right. Looking pretty good. I wonder if I should that's a bit of a swing and miss. Oh, it seems like you can charge it, like, you can overcharge it. So mine's, like, still charged, even though I just cast it. I'm just doing friendly fire to these guys. You can raise the friendlies. Alright. I'm pretty higher. I'm pretty helpful. I'm just cleaning out their weaker undead. All right, so we didn't take any damage then. That was perfect. Once we get some more money, we'll buy a healing spell. We can't use light magic or light magic, but we can hit. There's a necromancy spell we can use that heals us. Once we get to, I think once we get to 100. See, I don't feel like it's even going up that fast, really. Like, I reckon we're going up, magic's going up almost faster in battle than it is in training. Normally, I would say train magic till you get to 125, but at least, or just as high as you can deal with it, really. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're going to go up really fast from just blasting people with spells. I don't think we can afford... Oh, no, we can't learn magic here anyway. Become XP, my friend. Just like, shh, you're XP now. Normally you just avoid combat, but I feel like we get heaps of spellcraft from... Let's see how much spellcraft we actually get from this battle. I feel like we got heaps from last time. Like, yeah, like I feel like I got like 11 points from like one cast or something at one point. Or maybe that was roguery XP, yeah, I'm not sure. Sometimes when you go into a new area or you're loading troops that you haven't encountered before, it'll load shaders. When you first install it, it'll load them a lot, but as you play more and more, it'll happen less and less. I think it's going to happen momentarily. I don't know, maybe it's crashed. Doesn't seem like it's crashed. Like normally this is what it does when it's just, but normally it'll do this for a little bit and then the shade, it'll say in the bottom left hand corner like shaders loading or whatever. There's no error, crash, green or anything. Yeah, I don't know, it must have crashed, right? It's too long. Well, yeah, I'll crash it and stop. I might turn off detailed character creation, just in case that's making us crash a little bit more. And we do have crash skip mod on, which is supposed to stop a lot of crashes. But yeah, I wasn't getting many crashes before I put it on, and I still haven't been getting many, but yeah, that was a rare one, I guess. Well, technically it wasn't a crash, it was more of a freeze, I guess, but yeah, whatever. There's no ghouls in the game yet, I don't think, is there? Who wants to get those? Ah, crashed. Now that I put the mods on, it doesn't want to play without the mods. It'll probably be fine once I try again. Yeah, sometimes when it crashes, you just gotta like restart it again. And then it'll be okay. Right, we're good. Got my gun? Yep, got my gun. I haven't really missed any, lost any progress or anything. Necrarch's definitely a good one if you want to just solo everything. Have no companions or anything, just go around by yourself wrecking stuff. But we'll get some vampire bodyguards. At some point. So we gotta get our 2000 dark magic. Dark energy, sorry. Oh yeah, we can defile all these things, can't we? How much do we get from a defilement? 662, 7. Well, we get like 100. That's pretty good. I have to defile like 9 more things, and we'll be good.
Another fool enters our domain.
Defile me, Daddy Merkbar. That's weird. Alright, so we're not here to nuke these guys in 2 seconds flat with magic. We're here to level up our gun. Level up our gun skill. If we can get up to 50, then we can get a better gun. Let's try and aim roughly in the top part, hopefully try and get some headshots occasionally. Chaos Peasants? Yeah, these are Chaos Peasants, they're cultists. Wish you could get vampire cultists as well. But I suppose they wouldn't look like really raggedy like that. They'd just be like members of high society and stuff that you've enthralled. Well, not me, because I'm a Necrarch and we're like gross Nosferatu type guys. Necked him. That was a headshot. Get a little bit extra XP for that, a bit extra damage. Guns are so satisfying in this, I really like them. Is your band dead or are you solo? No, I'm solo. Yeah, we're just doing solo. You get more renown, and we're mainly just leveling up magic, so we don't really need any companions. But yeah, we'll get some companions when we do bigger parties. Should we make him gun vampire mercs as well? Gun vampires. Make my other companions gun vampires too. Yeah, that'd be cool. Smashed him. Good damage on some of these shots. Did a fair few headshots. Yeah, it's pretty. The animations and the sounds and everything is pretty good. Obviously, we could have blasted these guys really quickly with our magic, but we had 69 gun points in one battle. That's pretty good. See if we can buy a better gun. I probably won't be able to afford it, I suppose. We'll start making money from blacksmithing pretty soon, though. And we go 2 more points in medicine, and then we'll go roguery. Oh, which hunter's not on your ass in the Empire? Well, I guess everyone that runs into me gets killed. I'm only killing cultists, which I guess don't really talk to witch hunters that much. They don't really report to the Order of the Silver Hammer too much. And also, I'm killing all of them and leaving no witnesses. So it's a perfect crime. It's a perfect victimless crime, except for cultists. They're the victims. The cultists, chaos cultists, don't have a lot of rights in the Empire. Shocking, I know. It's not talked about a lot. The rampant racism against chaos cultists. The gun's still going up. Might want to, man, maybe I'll stop for a while after this. Wait, we'll just do magic for a while and wait till our discipline goes up, so then our gunpowder will go up easier. You want it? Now you can see my bullets in the bottom right hand side. 68. Yeah, I got 67 now. I'm starting to get a bit sleepy now though, because yeah, because this is the action's calmed down a little bit, I guess. A bit 72. Not sure what we can get to. I'm not sure what my stats are at right now. I'm pretty sure we can't get to 100 though. I suppose if we get to 90, then we could get a better gun. I'm gonna stay a little bit longer because I don't think my family have woken up yet. I'm just gonna go and say hello while they're having breakfast and stuff. What do you buy them? They replenish. No, they replenish after the battle. So whatever your quiver size of arrows, or if you've got a pouch of bullets, whatever you've got, whatever size quiver or pouch you've got, that replenishes after the battle. Yeah, but so presumably you buy refills or whatever. But yeah, during the battle they don't refill, but yeah, after the battle they refill fully. Also, if you need to, you can retreat from the battle, refill your ammo and come back in and keep fighting the battle. So like right now I've got infinite ammo essentially because I've got 52 left. When that runs out, I can just press tab and then click this retreat button down the bottom, leave the map, and then just immediately it'll give me an option to come back in straight away. So yeah, as soon as you've got a ranged weapon and a horse at the start, you can essentially kill any number of non-ranged enemies like this, as long as you're careful. Hunting these cultist peasants. Level up. Fire. Retreating his horse archers. I am a horse archer. I'm a horse gun. Three. Vampire grenade. Oh yeah, we should try. I think you can. I don't think you can buy the grenades from normal shops. I think you have to go to the engineer shop, which we don't have access to. That'd be pretty cool if we could get grenades for our vampire though. I cast grenade. That's my spell. Might be able to get it from a might be able to get it from a traveling salesman or whatever, traveling merchant. Have any wood in this joint? No, we already checked it, right? Where's the closest wood town? There's not that much wood in Avalanche. There's some wood there. Greenskins, yeah. Install this mod once. For some reason I'm getting an error. I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. We're grateful for anyone who can help. Did you have you read the instructions and the frequently asked questions and shit, Dwarf Boy? Yeah, there's an error about what's those D? Those files that start with D. Yeah, what's the error message basically is what I was going to ask. If it's the DLL one, then yeah, you might have to whatever you call it, make it accessible, whatever it's called. I think it explains it on the FAQ thing. Not sure whether a gun or javelin is more fun. I feel like gun's more gangster. We've got a fair few people online now, even though it's quite late in the morning. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Lovely to have you here. Alright, we should be right for money rake now. Truly. We're not going to do any trade skill this time around, so money rake will have to be at its bare minimum lowest value, but that's fine. I got 3 points. Yeah, we'll go for that 20 wins of magic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the vampire rework as well. I kind of, yeah, I can't really talk about it, I guess, but I can't talk about what I know, but I don't really know much, you know. What am I trying to say? It's still far away, and you know, I don't know what it's going to end up being like. Yeah. I wasn't trying to insinuate that it's bad or anything. I was trying to say the early stuff that I saw is like not what it, you know, it's early, so I don't know, no idea what it's going to be actually like, or whether the stuff that I saw was, you know, going to actually be, you know, built upon or changed, or, you know, so yeah, don't know. But I don't know, what can I say? Just, I don't know, the guy that's working on it is has done some really good stuff before, and so that's good. You know, I feel like they've got one of their best guys working on the well, I don't know if they've got any crap guys, but you know, I feel like they've got one of their best guys working on the vampire rework. So yeah, I'm pretty hopeful that it'll be good. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting it probably will be good. That's what I'm saying. You're allowed to talk about these things so early, but no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not allowed to talk about it, so I can't really say anything. But yeah, but even if I could say anything, it was what I saw was real early, so it wouldn't be necessarily what's actually going to be in the game anyway. So. But it's the same. I think the main guy that's working on the vampire stuff, or that was working on the vampire stuff when I saw it, is the same guy that was the main guy that worked on like the dwarf rework and the dwarf undercity stuff and the I don't know, like all that good stuff that came out around that time, all the free update stuff. I'm sure there's a big team working on it. You know, I'm sure there's multiple people contributing, but yeah. Just let them cook. Just let them cook and trust in the process. The guy, yeah, the unusual locations guy, exactly. Yeah, Mitch. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure when somebody was I can't remember who it was, but I'm pretty sure when somebody was talking about it, they said something along the lines of, you know, we want to try to improve and flesh out the faction or whatever, but we don't want to like mess with the, you know, because like it's already a popular faction and don't want to like mess with what's already good about it or whatever, something like that. But yeah, I know people like in chat have basically said that, and I've said that myself as well. I said that before, you know. Basically I said, I don't know, I'm a bit worried about before I'd seen anything, I was a bit worried about the rework because, you know, vampires are already one of my favorite factions, so, you know, it can get better, but it can definitely get worse because it's already so good, you know. So I think that's definitely a concern, but I'm pretty, yeah, like I feel like they said something about that, like one of them said something about that, so, no, not that means that, yeah, I mean, they're aware of that, I guess is what I'm saying. They're aware of that potential of making it worse. So we should be fine. Alright, so we're making good money now. Got 17,000 gold. If we make a little bit more, we can hire a vampire companion. Have a little buddy to hang out with us. Hopefully this might be enough. Ugh, close. I don't think about putting another point in. Well, yeah, we need another point in blacksmithing anyway, so I may as well put it in now. Put another point in discipline. And yeah, 5 discipline, 1 gunpowder should be enough to get us there, I reckon. Yeah, 5-1 gets us to 100 exactly. So we've just got exactly enough to get gunpowder to 100 now. Although, you know, we're going to go up another 4 levels and get more learning rate and cap. It'll be easier. Alright, good enough. Let's go see if we can find a vampire. Vampire. Join the Order of the Worm. The Crown of the Worm. The Worm Crown. Worm Crown, yeah. Merkbal is head of the Worm Crown. Yes, he is. He's the head and the body. He's all of the Worm Crown at the moment. In vampires hire greenskins? Ah, I feel like vampires kind of should be able to hire greenskins. I kind of feel like vampire could have some greenskin thugs in their employ, perhaps. They're not above some unsavory followers. Does Carl Franz come to liberate Empire lands? Yeah, he does. Is this map the size of Immortal Empires? No. This is like the old world map from the old world mod. Just the, you know, Britonia Empire and a little bit of the World's Edge Mountains. Just the old world sort of area. Greenskins don't like them bony boys. Alright, it's a Strigani. Don't want them. Actually, we can hire some troops just to carry our shit. Alright, how about we just get rid of... Actually, no, we'll just stay here and use it up. Just stay here and use it up, make some more money. Because we're going to need to make money eventually anyway. What weapon should we use? Fast one-hander or a big reaper axe? Oh, we should use the orc mace, so we can just go around smashing things. Yeah, let's use the orc mace. I reckon it's the sphere of doom. Here we go. Rutiger the Vampire. Oh, we can wear his helmet. I need to give him some lighter armor so he can regenerate winds of magic. 3.7. So if I get rid of this, all this stuff, you can see what his weight is, 6.9. So I got to stay below 9 weight, I think. $11. Got to stay below 11 weight. That's pretty easy. That's not too bad. So current weight is 6.9. So we've got a bit more weight. Definitely below 9 weight with those bones, my bony body. Flagellant cloth. That's 6.8, still well under. These are only 1.5, so not too bad. There we go. So when we're in town, at least we look badass. The floating scars are a bit odd. Yeah, we need to get rid of the floating scars, but there's no Necrarch outfit in the town. I'll just use, I guess I'll just use a normal, yeah, we'll just go for kind of thing. There's no stuff that suits his body, you know. So as part of our band, we need to buy him some boots. His legs are floating, that's no good. Engineer boots, yeah, they're there. Oh, they're too heavy. Alright, that's probably good enough. Alright, this guy is going to use just chill wind only. So. Alright, where are some more of these? Maybe we should just go and train. Now they've got some dudes. Oh, let's go up to the north and see if we can notice some more. Actually, no, let's stay around here. Let's just join these guys. Oh, Luther Huss? No, he's not. He's not friendly to us. Trying to join one of these mercenaries. I'm not sure if they'll let us join. Oh, here we go, Rabe. Oh shit, there's all these like Sigmarite pussies wrecking my boys. Damn it. Could have joined those guys.
Another fool!
But yeah, I think we need to get Necrarch robes because they're the only thing that looks badass enough. We've got two
my bid. Sate your hunger. With me, puppets.
It's got a nice sword. I don't know if the puppets are like super squeaky or if it's just because my guy's got a massively deep voice that it sounds like they are. Maybe a bit of combo.
So, do my bidding.
Run while you can! Fire!
He's casting Chill Wind every now and again, but he's missing a lot with it. Guess he's out of chewings now. Shit, could have saved his life. I missed. Oh, fuck. Oh well, peasants are tiny dozen. Any more where that came from?
Another fool!
Actually, I can get a little bit of magic by shooting and intentionally missing.
Go for with me, puppets.
Yeah, if I get like this and I like look up like that, it'll usually. Oh, okay, well, that didn't work. Yeah, Chillwind's nowhere near as effective as it used to be back in the day. There you go, see? So I cast it, got a little bit of Wind's Magic, got a little bit of Spellcraft, but not much. Didn't kill anyone. Another fuel. There you go. So yeah, I'm casting it up in a different direction. Get some spellcraft without killing anyone. We'll get a spell in a second that we can cast without targeting anyone. We just need a bit more money. Oh shit. Your hand touches the beacon. Is that a thing people say?
Yeah!
How's our gunpowder going? $89. Oh, we're getting there. I don't know if we won't get to 100 in this one because we don't have enough dudes to kill, but getting there. Might have actually hit them that time, accidentally. Was my spellcraft higher than that? It was, but then we crashed. Yeah, I think it was higher than that, but then we crashed. Yeah, I crashed after I'd been training, so it was going up. It was going up particularly fast because I've been training. But yeah, we're probably higher level now than we were then, but we just didn't. But not in spellcraft. Might quick save it again. Yeah, it was higher before it crashed. There's a guy we can. Where's the big? We need like a big vampire army that we can join.
Yours is not a face.
He doesn't look very bad. This guy that I'm working for. No, he's not a vampire. He's a mortal slave. Mortal hopeful. One of our Sylvanian noblemen. Join battle. All right, let's see if we can turn the tide. I feel like they're a bit keen with like 189 guys taking on 1,000 guys. Like, was it just me joining the party that made him think, fuck yeah, I've got this? 10 to 1 odds? Psh, nothing. We've got Merkbal the Magnificent. Probably just gonna get shot straight away.
With me, puppets!
What am I do? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Alright, well, I probably should have stayed at the back. But yeah, you can just actually go out here and go in battle. Speed things up. I think we're going to lose anyway, so there's not much point being in there. Oh no, we're... Alright, let's go Lyckerberg. Whatever it's called. Yeah, I'm waiting for my shopping to come. It's supposed to come between 6 AM and 1 PM. Currently 8:46 AM. So, I don't know. What am I shopping? Oh, just my grocery shopping. But yeah, I was thinking when I get here I might make some breakfast. Bought some like fish, like crumbed fish fillets, and I was gonna make like, you know, McDonald's fillet of fish style burgers. I got some like soft burger buns and some fillet of fish and some mayonnaise. What else is in fillet of fish? Little bits of diced onion maybe? I don't know. I need a fillet of fish recipe. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to recreate the authentic McDonald's fillet of fish experience at home. So it's a hobby of mine, making like replica McDonald's burgers, but out of like proper ingredients and like actual meat and stuff. I try to get like the same kind of flavor, special sauce and shit. Kind of fun. I mean, when I say it's a hobby, I mean I've done it like twice or 3 times maybe. But it is a continuing interest. And yeah, my mate was telling me about making a fish burger, which was basically just a piece of crumb fish fillet in 2 slices of bread with mayonnaise, and he said it was actually pretty good. I'm going to conquer the world as a tan and put your stream in the background. Oh, very nice. I don't make my own buns, no. I mean, I could. I've made pizza bread before, and I've made just, I don't know, sometimes when I'm hungry and I've got no carbs, I'll just make some kind of pita bread or damper or some shit to have with it, you know. Like I've got like a meat and sauce, but no like pasta or rice or whatever. Occasionally I've done that before, made some sort of flatbread to have with it. One time I had like made a wrap kind of thing. It was a bit shit though, the wrap. It wasn't flexible like a proper wrap, it was kind of broke up. It was a bit hard. But it still did the job. Mercy once ate a book. I once ate some cold baked beans out of a tin with a knife on stream. I think that's about the weirdest I've gotten. That was when I was role playing as Merker, the chapter serf, the Grey Knights chapter serf when we were playing Cowscape. Oh yeah, my guy's not here. Where is he? Where's my guy? Come to me. Come to me. I speak to him through the spirit world. Yeah, I bought some big kilo of chuck steak this time. It's coming in the shopping as well. I'm gonna make either beef, like Indian style beef masala, which is really good. It's kind of like an onion based sauce with a bit of tomato in it and spices and shit. Pretty rad. 250 charm to get white lines from the envoy. Yep. You just get the normal, you just go for high elf troops like normal, and you just got a random chance of getting Sea Guard or whatever, and or white lines. Beef and Indian? That sounds sus, not gonna lie. I don't think all I don't think all Indians are vegetarian or Hindu. So there's plenty of Indians that don't give a fuck about eating cows. Yeah, I believe. I've never been to India, but yeah. Yeah, I make it with lamb as well sometimes. It's both, yeah, both are good. I mean, if I was gonna make the best version of it, I'd probably make a lamb. It's basically exactly the same recipe, just beef instead of lamb. But yeah, but so far I've just got the beef. So it could, if you let me finish, I was gonna say it could be beef masala, or it could be braised steak. I just did like English the other day. I just did like English style braised steak. It was just like chuck steak with like carrots, onions, tiny bit of tomato, and some flour and some water, and basically just cook in the oven low and slow for ages, and just get this like, and I served it with mashed potato. This is like beef and gravy and mashed potato. It's fucking sick. It was like the most basic kind of British type food, but it was good. So yeah, that's another option. So we got beef masala, braised beef and mashed potatoes, or sometimes I do just like gravy beef, kind of like just beef, onions, flour, maybe a couple other flavorings, just kind of like pie, you know, like beef pie guts. It's just like beef, onions, and gravy. I might actually, I'm not sure if I've got any pastry. I can make pies. That'd be sick. I just make my own beef pies. But anyway, yeah, one of those options is on the menu for the next few days. I'll probably slow cook it while I'm streaming, and then I'll be able to have it after the stream. So I'm just trying to save up some money to buy some more companions. So we've got one companion, but we can get 3 up to 3 at the moment. People will burn down your stores if you sell it in Hindu populated areas. Yeah, but I live in Australia. We're like the most racist country in the world. We don't give a fuck. Sorry, I shouldn't say that so proudly. But yeah, no, there's no burning down of places for making beef masala in Australia. I'm not sure what it was about me that made you think I was a devout Hindu. But no. I do have an Indian friend at work, but she's vegetarian. And it's really depressing because I really like her food, but every time I tell her about something that I cooked, she just doesn't care at all because she's vegetarian. So I'll be like, I made this sick lamb masala, it was really good. And she's like, yeah, don't care. Just, yeah. Like at first she like pretended to care, but then I kind of realized, and I'm like, you don't care at all because you're vegetarian, right? She's like, yeah, I don't care at all. And then now she doesn't even try and hide it. She just doesn't even care. But she made me a vegetarian, she gave me her vegetarian masala recipe one time, which was pretty good. Similar to mine, except for it's got, what's that cheese, that Indian cheese shit? Pakira, I don't know. It's like cheese stuff that you put in instead of meat. And she puts a little bit of honey in hers as well, which is actually pretty good too. Indian cheese, Indian cheese stuff, yeah. Oh, we got a message. Cole's online. Nearly there, 30 minutes. All right, 30 minutes till Cole's. And then it's 10. Soon after then we'll end the stream, and soon after that it'll be fillet of fish time. Alright, let's keep making some money so we can get some more vampires. Could sell the other vampires. Oh no, we don't have any money left. Gotta go somewhere else where they've got money. Fang Island, that'll do. Your message, your delivery has been delayed with an attached image of a fireball on the highway. Because that tickles my fancy for some reason. We could sell the other dude's vampire armor, probably make $5 grand, but then we're just gonna be a bunch of naked dudes with money but no clothes. Alright, we got enough for another vampire. Yeah, so we get 2 more vampire. Probably we're about to get another one, so we'll get 3 more vampires, I guess. And we'll be ready to rock and roll. Yeah, I reckon a vampire gun line would be cool because they've got chill in, so if I put them in a gun line, they'll basically stand there and shoot, and then when the enemy infantry get to them, they'll all chill in at the same time and just nuke the shit out of them. Hopefully. But they'll probably just miss half the time as well. Vampire gun only makes you think of Helsing, Van Helsing. All these orcs, they all kind of look the same. Yeah, I've been making, I have been making some pretty legit Indian food occasionally. Yeah, my lamb masala. Paneer, yeah, exactly, paneer. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, paneer. Yeah, because my wife was vegetarian. Well, sometimes she's vegetarian, sometimes she eats meat. Sometimes she changes it up. But yeah, sometimes she's vegetarian, so we used to eat a bit of paneer. It's pretty good stuff, high in protein. But yeah, my lamb masala is pretty legit. It's fucking pretty good, and also my lamb korma. I will, you know, I'll give in to the point that, you know, my beef masala is not as legit because it's got beef in it. Fair enough. But yeah, I have like, yeah, I got my the Indian lady that's that cooks, that's vegetarian. I've got my other mate who's Indian, who's from Fiji. He's like Fijian Indian, and he's like Indian blood, but his family comes from Fiji. And yeah, anyway, and they both said, well, no, she didn't have any actually. She said I didn't care, but he said that it was pretty good. And my other friend who's Indian, who's also not vegetarian, also said it was good. So there you go. We had like an Indian, because we were just talking about food, and I was talking about my lamb masala being pretty legit, and they were talking about all this like food that their like mums make or their grandmas make and shit. And so we decided to have like an Indian, you know, Indian food day, just with like a bunch of people from our team. Maybe I am Hindu because I got invited to cook in the Indian food day, even though I'm not remotely Indian. But yeah, there's some pretty good foods there, but I can't remember the names of any of them now. Mercy the Hindu, yep. Yeah, I was asking, I was asking my, probably culturally insensitive question, but I was trying to get my head around like the whole like, yeah, religion in India, and I was asking my friend about it and stuff, because they have like a multi-theistic, you know, in Christian, it's like, well, I shouldn't be talking about religion, should I? But well, I'll finish the thought now, I guess. But you know, we're in Christianity and Muslim and Judaism, you know, they have like the one God, whereas in in India they have like this polytheistic thing, and they have all these different temples for all different gods and shit. And yeah, I was kind of like, I was asking her like whether, like, those of you who are also from like a Western predominantly Christian place, you'll know what I mean, where there's this kind of image of like a kind of God bothering kind of what am I trying to say, like goody two shoes, like kind of morally upstanding kind of, I don't know, whatever. Basically, you know, the idea of a person who tries to be quite religious and pious. Somebody who tries to be quite pious, you know, and like, you know, religious and stuff like that, whatever. Anyway, and I was trying to figure out whether there's the same sort of thing in India. Like, I don't know, like I kind of just couldn't really get my head around the idea of like somebody who's like a Western style, you know, church going person who is really pious and shit like that. But the same thing, but like in same sort of thing, but like in India with like polytheistic, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think she really understood what I was trying to get at, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get another vampire. Or a couple. Like I said, we'll probably get one vampire, then sell their clothes, and get another vampire with the leftover money. I only believe in the chaos gods plus Hashut. The rest are meaningless to me. Those are the best gods. Alright, there's no vampires there right now. Go over here and make a bit more money. Oh yeah, the filthy Sterlanders converted this town. If they take over all our towns, we won't be able to buy any vampire companions. Oh, I can hear a noise. Please hold. Hey guys, sorry, it's that time. It's fillet of fish time. My shopping's arrived, so I gotta put my stuff away in the fridge and get ready to make some breakfast and stuff. Also, I'm gonna try to aim to get more than 1.5 hours sleep today. So try to finish the stream a little bit earlier. So yeah. All right, guys, you have a good day. Thanks so much for hanging out. Appreciate all the support and the company and the good conversation. And special thanks to Jonathan Lamb if you're still around. I don't know if you're still there, Jonathan, but yeah, legend. Thanks for the huge super chat. You're awesome. All right, guys, catch you next time. Have a good one.